And the Fed! And the Fed! And the Fed! And the Fed!
And the Fed! And the Fed!
And the Fed! And the Fed!
Over this country. They have occupied. They are an occupied force. They have taken over our country, and that is the problem.
No more bailouts!
No more bailouts!
The Federal Reserve
No
has
more
destroyed
printing of money.
3% of the value of the dollar since they were founded.
Wake up, America!
Spent 8 years in the Missouri House of Representatives and earned the John Locke and Adam Smith Award for most constitutional legislator in Missouri. She is the Constitution Party candidate for lieutenant governor and believes that the government needs to have the discipline to live within its means, just as you and your family have to do all the time. Welcome, Cynthia Davis.
A constituent of mine asked me this question: why is it, if the federal government can just print money, why do we have to pay taxes?
Excuse me.
Woo! And I'd like to thank all of you for coming today and providing us with a graphic illustration of what they've done to our money, because right behind you is the Green Fountain. And they've liquidated our greenbacks into water, and it just appalls me that we're letting them get away with it. But here's where it's going to stop: by speaking the truth and shining the light and telling our story until they wake up and realize what's happening. I'll introduce myself to you briefly. I live in O'Fallon, and I own a Christian bookstore in St. Charles County. And we had a problem a few years ago where our city governments didn't understand what they were doing to our businesses, and they made a bad decision. And how we fixed it is I went to a meeting. Now, the principle always works. If you want to bring people together, you take bread off their table. It works every time. So I went to the meeting of the downtown business merchants, and I said, what do we do? And they said, you be in charge of the legislative committee. And I said, okay, I can do that, but what does that mean? They said, go to all the Board of Aldermen meetings and tell us what the government's doing to ruin our lives next. And I thought, I can do that. And you know what? All of us are charged with doing that. Watching the government and telling people when they're ruining our lives next. Yeah. Thank you.
Who watches Big Brother?
Yeah. Well, we were getting ready to come here today, and I asked Zach this question: is anybody going to be recording this today?
Yes.
And he wrote back, recording and videos and picture taking is a really good idea. But you know what? You have to do it just in case any lunacy may occur. Just to be clear, I'm not expecting anything bad to happen. But if you see anything strange, get it on film. Well, Zach, that's what auditing the Fed is all about. We're seeing something strange, and we want to get it on film. Now, because I own a Christian bookstore, I want to talk to you about morality. And you know what? If I've sold hundreds of thousands of Bibles in my 23 years of being in business, so I have the moral authority today to talk to you about morals. And the Federal Reserve has broken 3 of the 10 commandments. They're lying, they're cheating, and they're coveting, and it's wrong. Yeah. You know, I want to talk to you about love also, because when you see the Ron Paul love revolution thing, people don't talk about love. And I'm here to talk about love, because you should treat your neighbor as you expect to be treated yourself, and that's not being very neighborly what the Fed is doing to us. You know, government should never do anything for us that we can do for ourselves, and things were working much better stealing money, depreciating it, devaluing it, taking it off the standard, making it meaningless, and here we are today. And as your Lieutenant Governor, you can count on somebody who is going to raise the iron shade and let the sun shine in. You know, that Lieutenant Governor's office comes with a free built-in soapbox, and I intend to use it.
All right.
Every day I'm there.
All right.
If you want to know what sums up Cynthia Davis, it's this one thing. I will be the designated driver in the room full of drunks.
Thank you, Cynthia. Where can we get in touch with you? What's your website? VoteCynthia.com. Get involved, people.